Hey guys, it's Katie from Mattress Clarity. Today we're talking about how to get stains out of your mattress. Now it's so heartbreaking when you get a stain to begin with because mattresses are an investment and they're personal and you want them to be not only in good working order, but you want to avoid voiding your warranty by getting an accidental spill or leak or damage in there. So let's talk about how to clean up urine, sweat, and blood, and I'm going to give you some tips on how to prevent these in the first place. So if you're ready, let's get started. If you want to see a list of our favorite mattresses, just Google Mattress Clarity, best mattresses. It will be that first link that pops up. And I want you to do a little internet, raise your hand. That means comment yes below if you already have a stain on your mattress and you're looking to get it out. Or no, maybe you're just being really proactive and figuring out how to clean it if it ever happens. But comment below either way and let me know. Now let's talk about exactly what we need to get started cleaning. Okay, hold on. Before you grab that rag and that cleaner, let's do a quick timeout to talk about a few things. The first one is that your mattress is going to get a little bit damp in the cleaning process and it needs to air dry, probably overnight. So you're going to have to plan accordingly. Let your mattress be sheet free, just out in the open and drying, and you could probably need to spend the night on the couch or at a friend's house, but just know that and plan ahead accordingly. Okay, now we're gonna talk about all the cleaning supplies you're gonna need to get these stains out of your mattress. Now, a lot of these things you'll notice you probably already have at home, but just a quick trip to the grocery store or convenience store and you'll be able to grab the rest. You're definitely gonna need a spray bottle, so get one of those. Also a measuring cup and some water. You're also gonna need some clean rags to blot out those stains. And I also recommend a nice little bottle of essential oils. I prefer lavender or eucalyptus to help get those nasty odors away. If you have a blood stain, you're gonna wanna think about getting some meat tenderizer, and I'll explain more about that later. You're also gonna need some white distilled vinegar to help get these stains out, and your laundry detergent for sure, especially if you get a stain on those sheets. You're also gonna need some dish detergent, some hydrogen peroxide, and last but not least, you're going to sprinkle a layer of baking soda over a lot of these stains while they dry, so make sure you get that. And you're also gonna wanna have a vacuum to vacuum that baking soda right up at the end. All right, no matter how you look at it, urine stains on your mattress are gross, and you're gonna wanna treat them as soon as you find them. So here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need that spray bottle, and you're gonna need to make a mixture of 50% water, 50% white distilled vinegar. Now get that in there and grab those rags. You're gonna wanna blot the area. So you're gonna wanna not rub, not push too far in, just gently blot the excess urine away, and then use your spray bottle to spray a really generous layer of the mixture on top of your stain. Then you're gonna take that baking soda we talked about and sprinkle a layer on top of the stain. So just a layer on top of your mattress and leave it for 8 hours or longer. I always recommend doing it overnight, gives it plenty of time to work its magic. And then when it's done, vacuum up that dried baking soda and you should see a big difference. But if you're still seeing a little bit of yellow, a little bit of urine left over, go ahead and repeat the whole process and you should see even bigger difference the next time. All right, where are my hot sleepers at? No judgment, y'all. We probably all had some night sweats going on and probably have some sweat stains hidden in our mattress. So don't worry, the mixture and instructions I'm gonna give you will work on both dry and fresh stains. Just know the fresher they are, the better chance they have of coming out completely. So what you're gonna need is to get your spray bottle and make a mixture that's equal parts hydrogen peroxide, liquid dish soap, and water. And of course, add an essential oil in there if you're in the mood. Then shake it all up, and first of all, if it's a fresh stain, blot that stain, but if it's a dry stain, just go ahead and take that spray bottle and spray a generous layer of the mixture over the stain. Then just leave it for 20 minutes and you can scroll Instagram, have a snack, do whatever you want. When you come back to it, grab another clean rag, and that's when you're gonna blot the extra mixture out, and then sprinkle a layer of baking soda and then leave it overnight. Leave it for 24 hours. Let it really work its magic. Then when you have a chance, vacuum up that layer of baking soda and you should see a big difference. All right, last but not least, we're gonna tackle the trickiest and also the most sensitive stain. It's a blood stain. Fresh or dry, we're gonna give you two options to help you get this stain out. So the first one's gonna require a spray bottle with a mixture that's 50% cold water, 50% white distilled vinegar. Throw an essential oil there if it makes you feel better, and shake it up. Now, if it's a fresh stain, just be very careful when you're blotting the blood out. You're gonna wanna remove as much as you can without burying it any deeper, but if it's not your blood, definitely use some gloves. Just be really careful with that. And then spray the mixture on the stain, and then you're just gonna let it dry, and you should see it lighten up. You may have to do this a couple times in order to get the stain fully out. You wanna make sure that your mattress is completely dry before putting any sheets back on. To tackle those especially tough blood stains, you need to bring out the big guns, and by big guns, I mean meat tenderizer. tenderizer. So if you're not super familiar with what that is, you can find it in the seasonings or spices section of your grocery store. Basically, you can make a paste with it. So you're gonna take 2 teaspoons of cold water and 1 tablespoon of meat tenderizer, and in a bowl, you mix it together to make a paste. Then you're gonna spread it onto that blood stain, and the proteins in the blood will interact with that meat tenderizer and help break up the stain. Now let it dry, so I would say try to make that overnight if possible, but definitely let it dry, and then scrape that paste away or vacuum it up, and you should be able to see a difference. I always say repeat if necessary. All right, we touched on all the ways to clean up these common stains, but if you wanna know my foolproof way to make sure your mattress looks as good as the day you got it, is to use a waterproof mattress protector. No joke, these things will save you. If you're watching Netflix, you've got a glass of red wine, oh, it spills. Don't worry, it's not gonna sink deeply into your mattress. It's going to be protected by the mattress protector. So Katie, what if the mattress protector stops my mattress from breathing well, or I can't feel my nice comfort layers? I promise you, you can find a very thin, very simple waterproof mattress protector that will not affect the performance of your mattress, but it will save it if an accident happens. So I cannot recommend this enough. Get a mattress protector for your mattress. If you want to see my favorite, just Google Mattress Clarity Best Mattress Protectors. They're all up there. And of course, let me know if you want a personal recommendation. And let's also talk about your mattress versus my mattress. Our mattress just came from our garage. It's dirty and stained and we cleaned it. It's going to be different than your mattress. So all the cleaners and the instructions that we provide are for general mattress cleaning, but I always recommend that you check with your manufacturer on the best way to clean your mattress and go with that first. All right, last but not least, let's set some expectations here. If you have a spill or a stain on your mattress that has been there for a while, it's dried, it's sunken in, that is even harder to clean than a fresh stain. Just know that you're gonna be sanitizing it the best you can, but you might have a little bit of leftover stain look. It's not gonna be crystal clear, brand new, especially if your stain is set and dried. What I want you to take away from this video is that if an accident happens, if you spill and stain your mattress, whether it be urine, blood, sweat, red wine, some other liquid scenario happening, you can get it out of your mattress. Treat it as soon as possible. Follow my instructions and definitely comment below if you have any questions. I'm happy to help you. I want you all to have stain-free mattresses so badly, and the most important thing you can do is put a mattress protector on your mattress right now. So go for it. Definitely let me know if you have any questions, and I hope I see you again soon. As you know, Mattress Clarity does way more than review just mattresses. We've got a ton of content up there, so like or subscribe to our YouTube channel for more. Thanks.